Oh, we have sound. There we go. You might have seen us rather awkwardly adjusting our mics, and it turns out that you have to plug the things in.
The microphones.
Yeah, amazing that.
Hello.
Welcome to the 2025 World Cup, hosted by the Fearless Bruisers in Innsbruck, Austria. This is game 24.
Already.
Oh my God. On day one, on track 4. And the game we are about to see is Switzerland, who are playing in red with white accents, and then not confusingly at all, Poland playing in white with red accents. This is going to be a great matchup. I'm excited. I'm Loud and Queer, and
I'm Gombet.
And we're going to take you through the rosters for these two wonderful teams who have been very patiently waiting all day to take to the track. So you're going to talk to us about Switzerland, first of all.
Exactly. So for Team Switzerland, we have with the number 107, Laura Durtar, number 11, Nina, 112, Dr. Jekyll, 13, Missy Lestrange, 162, Circe, 26, Purple Pain, 314, Indetermination, 420, Scardonnet, 44, Sailor Dome, 46, Seri Blue, 505, G Jojo, or GI Jojo, 6, Caprica, 60, Fracassi, who is also a captain of this team, 8, Sin Sister, and 8008, Pierre Boobstero.
And playing in white, once again with the red accents for Poland, we have 10 Harshmellow, 1013 Hellstalk, who is the captain, 15 Pinkie Pie, 17 Jolly Berry, 18 Lunatic Lime, 2 Kulsitka, 20 Polish Princess, 286 Cruella de Snow, 33 Ags, 44 Smashing Shimmy, 50 Jetka, 72 Drakeris, 765 Sneaker Freaka, 800 Catastrophe, and 90 Choshek. I probably am going to butcher a couple of these names, for which I can only apologise, but I will try my very best not to. I'm really excited for this matchup because we were looking back at the 2018 World Cup, 7 years ago now, which is terrifying enough in itself. And actually, Team Switzerland ended up in the 28th position that World Cup, I think out of 34 teams, I want to say out of 34, and very excitingly Poland ended up in position number 29. Now of course time has passed, things have moved on, but if it's an indication of the comparative abilities of these teams, we should be in for a really, really fun game.
And just for your information, we are also going to announce this game multiple language, since Switzerland speaks French and German.
And it's very important to say that when we say we mean you, because you are trilingual and I can just about speak English. And the first lead status of the game goes to Team Switzerland and Missy Lestrange. Right away, I did see the refs signalling what looked like a star pass, and that is a star pass that has gone to Hellstalk, still in the pack for Team Poland. Points on the board already for Missy Lestrange and Team Switzerland.
Really nice apex jump.
I can't even do an apex jump on feet, so every time I skate it does it. It's much more impressive. 8 points and counting on the jam for Missy Lestrange so far. Hellstalk being held behind the wall, but a lovely bit of offense there from, I think that was number 20, Choshek, to clear the initial for Team Poland.
And there has been gone a star pass for Team Poland, and the jam has been called. So on the next jam, well, this jam has 13 points for Team Switzerland, no points for Team Poland.
13 points, unlucky for some, but not unlucky for Team Switzerland. Once again, Team Switzerland playing in the red with white accents, Poland white with the red accents. I'm going to repeat that multiple times because it is very confusing. Beautiful uniforms from both teams. You can see that where the star would normally be on the helmets, they have kind of different insignia, unique to the countries they are representing.
Pour le jam qui vient, nous avons actuellement sur le track Jolly Berry comme personne qui jam contre pour la Pologne. Du côté de la Suisse, la jammeuse est Indetermination et elle vient de prendre le lead contre la Pologne de manière assez rapide pour ce deuxième jam et son premier sur ce match. La jammeuse adverse a également pris le lead, ce qui force la Suisse à coller ce jam. Donc nous avons actuellement 2 points marqués sur ce jam pour la Suisse contre 0 points pour la Pologne.
I think I heard you say something about rapide in there. So were you saying that the jammer was very fast? The jammer was very fast.
Yeah, the lead was taken very quickly.
There we go. See, I can do some French. Best not to be too confident in that, though. Score now standing 15 points to Switzerland. Team Poland yet to get on the board. Let's see if number 1-8, Lunatic Lime, can change that for Team Poland. Skardene wearing the jammer cover for Team Switzerland, and it's a 3rd consecutive lead for Team Switzerland. Lots of action happening, I'm noticing, in kind of turn 1. That's where the lead tends to be being established. Lunatic Lime now clearing the initial for Team Poland.
Oh, nice place on the inside.
Yeah, that's just a clear line left on the apex for Team Switzerland. Jammer hits the floor, slides, calls it off. Nothing but stylish. Now, we're sure that lots of you at home have been watching, hopefully all day, because what else would you be doing on a Thursday? You're probably, if you're working from home, let's be honest, you've had this on in the background. So just to let you know about the structure of the tournament, just to catch you up, is that every team, we have 48 teams here at this World Cup in 2025. Every team has played a game today, just one game apiece. And that will affect the matchups for tomorrow, some of which have already been established. But of course, we won't know who these teams are playing until after this game.
Wir haben gerade auf dem Track für die Schweiz Missile Lestrange als Lead-Jammerin und für Polen ist gerade auch aus dem Pack rausgegangen Sneaker Freaker. Das Jump wurde gerade gecallt. Wir haben 4 Punkte für Switzerland und keine Punkte für Team Poland.
It's a sign of how non-existent my German is, in that the only word I understood in there was Sneaker Freaker, which is the name of the jammer and not in fact a German word. So we now have 27 for Switzerland. Team Poland's still not on the board yet, and I wonder if it will take something like a power jam, or something, a similar circumstance. Not really been many people going off to the Sisu guards penalty box so far this game. But it is indetermination with lead for Switzerland. Lovely hit out there on Jollyberry by Sin Sister. And Jollyberry trying the outside of the apex now, but really great reforming and waterfalling there from Team Switzerland. You can see them in the middle of your screen, all bunched up in the apex. And Team Poland now locking down into a full defensive structure. Troszkiewicz bridging the pack.
So 4 points, 4 more points for Switzerland is the jam. And the Sisu Mouthguard penalty box is currently empty.
You've jinxed it now. Now 5 of them will go to the box in 1 jam. And Team Poland not having much luck springing their jammer free. The Swiss blockers are really good at filling the gaps and clogging to prevent any kind of offensive opportunity from arising.
Already 16 points scored on this game, on this jam, by Team Switzerland with indetermination. And the white jammer is also through. So Jollyberry is going to try to score some points.
And her bench is telling her to call it, and she does it so belatedly. Did Team Poland get a chance to put any up? Were they in the engagement zone? Did they pass any hips? Sadly, no for that. So big jam for Switzerland, 20 points on the board. And of course, Switzerland, all the teams have given us some information about, kind of their run up to the World Cup and how they've been doing. And Switzerland have been really excited to challenge themselves against the world's best skaters. And they've played kind of 6 games as a team in the run up to the World Cup. So they've really put a lot of effort into preparing for this major tournament.
Sur le track actuellement, Skardene qui vient de prendre le lead pour l'équipe de la Suisse. Et sur le track pour la Pologne, Lunatic Lime, qui est en train d'essayer de passer à travers le track, mais qui est recyclé par le pivot de l'équipe de Suisse. Une pénalité a été attribuée au numéro 33 pour la Pologne, Axe, qui part en penalty box. Il y a actuellement 3 personnes pour la Suisse, pour la Pologne qui sont actuellement dans la penalty box. Pendant ce temps, le lead est toujours pour la Suisse et qui continue de passer et de marquer des points avec de très jolis mouvements de corps pour passer autour des bloqueuses de l'équipe adverse. Pour l'équipe de Pologne, le passage initial n'a toujours pas été réalisé. Mais comme la pivot est en penalty box, pour l'instant, le cover reste sur le casque. Les deux équipes se battent de manière très brutale. On est au roller derby, c'est le jeu.
I understood that bit. Very brutal, right?
Oui.
I know some French.
It's working out. Le pack est vraiment très condensé actuellement. Les bloqueuses et les joueuses sont ensemble, vraiment tout le monde rassemblé. Il y a eu un essai de star pass, mais il n'était pas légal. Donc la pivot de l'équipe de Pologne doit rendre à la jammeuse son cover. Et pendant ce temps, on a un back block pour la jammeuse de l'équipe de Suisse.
And as that jam comes to an end, this is a huge opportunity for Team Poland, because as that jam came to an end, we do have number 1, is it that's Skardene sitting in the Sisu guard's penalty box, and that will be a full 30-second power start for Team Poland. We've not had a game today across, so this is the 24th game of the day, albeit Team Japan versus Team Indigenous has only just started, but every single other game today, there's not been a 0-point score. Now there was several at the last World Cup, so it's really been amazing today that even the teams in the kind of the lower seedings, the lower rankings, have managed to put points up. So although Poland are currently at 0 with Team Switzerland at 62, I am betting that they will get on the board at some point. We've just mentioned the CC Guards penalty box, and of course we want to give a shout out to CC Mouthguards, one of our amazing sponsors. Smash hard, skate harder. CC Mouthguards has your back and your teeth. Ultra thin, battle tested and built for bold athletes who play loud and hit harder. Trusted by derby skaters worldwide. Huge thank you to Sisu for their sponsorship of all our penalty boxes this weekend. Well, not even this weekend, it's Thursday. I've lost track of time.
Yeah, time flies when we have fun.
Time flies when you've been in the Olympia World for what feels like 4 days already. Power start now for Team Poland. We've got a Team Switzerland player at the back of the pack, so only 3 blockers for Sneaker Freaka to beat. And it's going to be the first lead of the game for Team Poland. Great tenacity there from the team in white. And here are hopefully going to come these points, these elusive points. That's the first 4 on the board for Team Poland.
In the meantime, the jammer for Team Switzerland just come through and made a magnificent apex jump.
How smug must you feel if you come out of the box and immediately clear the pack and clear the initial by hopping the apex? I'd feel like a superhero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, great work there from Team Poland. I'm so glad they've got on the board, because that's a confidence boost apart from anything else. 4 hard-fought points up for Poland. Switzerland at 62, and that's the first jam, I believe, in which Switzerland haven't scored so far.
Yeah, it is.
Quick maths for you.
Für das nächste Jam haben wir für Team Polen Jolly Berry und für Team Switzerland. Wir haben gerade Missile Lestrange. Es fehlt. Alle fallen auf den Boden. Es scheint sehr slippery zu sein. Aber jetzt ist die Jammerin von Team Switzerland schon raus aus dem Pack. Und es gab ein Vorarm-Penalty für die polnische Jammerin, die gerade in der Penalty-Box sitzt. Und die Jammerin, Miss Lestrange, ist gerade in den Park wieder rein und wieder raus. Einfach flutschig da drin. 8 Punkte gesammelt schon für Team Switzerland. Und währenddessen steht jetzt Jollyberry in der Penalty Box, System of God Penalty Box, und wird gleich wieder auf den Track kommen. Da sind schon 3 Punktrunde gesammelt, also 12 Punkte schon mal für Team Switzerland. Und einfach da durch. Kleiner Hop, kleiner Schritt und noch mehr Punkte. Inzwischen kämpft sich die polnische Jammerin wieder in den Park rein. Und es wurde auch eine Blockerin, die Harsh-Mellow, wurde gerade in der Penalty Box gerufen. Es sind schon 20 Punkte für Team Switzerland und ein Initial Pass wurde auch gemacht für Polen. Es wurde gerade gecallt. Da sind noch 4 Punkte für Team Switzerland und 1 Punkt für Polen wurde in dieser Jam gesammelt. Es sitzt gerade die Pivot-Person in der Penalty Box für Polen.
Yeah, massive jam there for Team Switzerland. I think that's the biggest jam of the game so far, 24 points. And 1 point for Poland in that game, in that game, in that jam.
Very, very nice.
Hop, skip and a jump from Indetermination there.
Yeah,
Really nice line work there from the Swiss jammer.
Indetermination. And going through the pack again. Lunatic Climb is still trying to complete the initial pass. Luckily, her pivot has come back to the track right now after a small time in the penalty box. Well, 30 seconds.
A small time in the penalty box is often my favourite time. It's lovely to have a little 30-second sit down. In case you can hear, dear listeners, whistles going and wondering why aren't the players stopping, we do have 2 tracks in this venue. So there are different whistle sounds going on different tracks. So don't worry, the players are very much following the rules. And Lunatic Lime is so close to the front of the pack, but Indetermination just really not breaking stride in this jam. Nice goating work there from one of the Polish blockers to give Lunatic Lime a little more space to work with. Great hit out though by number 4-6. That is Série Bleue to recycle Lunatic Lime all the way to the back of the pack. And a star pass now.
But the jam is.
Yeah, I was just checking. Is that our whistle? It is indeed.
Et donc l'équipe de Suisse, la team Switzerland, vient de dépasser les 100 points dans le dernier jam. Pour le suivant, nous avons sur le track pour l'équipe de Pologne Sneaker Freaker et pour l'équipe de Suisse Scardonnet. Vous devez le voir que l'équipe de Suisse a des Edelweiss à la place des étoiles sur leur cover. Il faut valoriser les cultures de chacun des pays. La Pologne a également autre chose que son étoile. Malheureusement, je n'ai pas la culture polonaise pour vous dire ce que c'est. Le lead a été pris par Scardonnet. On a 3 bloqueuses actuellement dans la penalty box pour l'équipe de Pologne, ce qui facilite bien sûr le passage de la jammeuse suisse qui vient de marquer 4 points. Le passage initial n'a toujours pas été réalisé pour l'équipe de Pologne. Et la Suissesse continue de faire des tours et de marquer des points, 8 points pour l'équipe de Suisse actuellement. L'équipe de Pologne avec Sneaker Freaker vient de réaliser le passage initial. Nous voyons que le bench de l'équipe de Suisse conseille à son équipe de continuer à tourner, ce qui va peut-être pouvoir permettre à la personne qui jamme pour l'équipe de Pologne de marquer quelques points. Et pour la Suisse, c'est 4 points supplémentaires qui ont été marqués de manière assez facile en passant sur l'extérieur du track sans qu'il y ait vraiment de bloc qui soit opposé à ce passage. Un nouveau passage pour l'équipe de Pologne qui vient de marquer 4 points. De son côté, l'équipe de Suisse avec Scardonnet continue d'essayer de marquer des points supplémentaires. Mais comme la box est actuellement encore bien pleine, une personne vient de sortir, mais la pivot est encore dans la penalty box, dans la Sisu Mouthguard penalty box. Et les deux équipes continuent de se battre. On voit que les triangles sont très très solides des deux côtés. L'équipe de Suisse continue à maintenir la jammeuse adverse et le jam est collé. Nous avons donc 7 points qui ont été marqués dans ce jam pour l'équipe de Pologne, tandis que 19 points ont été scorés pour la Suisse.
I do want to give a massive shout out to Sneaker Freaka in that last jam, because there was a point where Sneaker Freaka as jammer only had one of her blockers on track, and she managed to make it through and complete the initial and get those 7 points up, which is more than doubles Poland's existing score. So great work there. We have Holly Berry and Missy Lestrange on the WFTDI jam line, or not there anymore, by the pivot line now. Missy Lestrange picks up lead status.
And is followed directly by Jolie Berry.
And big hit there on Missy Lestrange, from Missy Lestrange, sorry, on Catastrophe, and calls the jam. Is that a timeout being called, or am I imagining whistles? I'm imagining whistles. I just want to give a really quick shout out to 187 Killer Pads, another one of our amazing sponsors. 187 Killer Pads have been listening to Derby athletes since day one. They use industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, and they have unparalleled excellence. Visit them on their website. They are worn by the most pros in the world, and if you skate, you know why.
Gerade auf dem Track Lunatic Climb für Polen, Indetermination für der Schweiz, und Indetermination holt sich den Lead Jammer Status, und währenddessen eine Blockerin sitzt auch in der Penalty Box für die Schweiz, und Lunatic Climb hat gerade den Initial Pass geschafft und beide Jammerinnen kämpfen sich kommen wieder im Pack. Es wird leider gecallt, bevor Polen wieder einige Punkte sammeln konnte. Und es sind in dieser Jam keine Punkte für Team Polen und für der Schweiz. Es wurde noch nicht angezeigt, aber es scheint auch, als ob es keine Punkte gesammelt wurden. Ich sehe den, doch, ein Punkt wurde für Team Schweiz, Switzerland auf dieser Jam gesammelt.
And we're at the WFTDI jam line. Start every jam off knowing you're covered with WFTDI insurance. WFTDI keeping you on track, and being kept on track right now is Scardonnet with lead status for Switzerland. And we've had a very quick star pass off to Sneaker Freaka, I think. I think they had somebody else as their jammer, and Sneaker Freaka was pivot, but it all happened so quickly.
Apparently the star pass didn't succeed, and Dr. Justice, the head ref for this game, informed the pivot blocker that they were not.
I suppose as the jam was called and there was no impact, that's why they decided not to assess a penalty for an incorrect star pass there. Missy Lestrange lining up against Jolie Berry.
Et le départ est très rapide, les deux jammeuses se battent et le lead est pris par Jolie Berry. C'est le premier lead de l'équipe de Pologne sur ce match. Pendant ce temps, Missy Lestrange a réussi son passage initial et arrive dans le pack. Le jam est collé afin qu'aucun point ne soit pris par l'équipe de Suisse. Mais malheureusement, il semblerait également que l'équipe de Pologne n'ait marqué aucun point dans ce jam, à moins que les jammers refs... Ah si, un point. Toujours le petit point qui fait plaisir quand on croit qu'il n'y en a pas et que finalement il y en a un. Donc 13 points actuellement pour l'équipe de Pologne contre 134 pour l'équipe de Suisse.
Indeterminator now lining up against number 18, I can't see their name, Lunatic Climb. We have a Team Switzerland blocker heading to the Sisu Guards penalty box for a back block, so 4-3 in the pack. And a really nice defensive hold here from Poland on Indetermination. Like, she has really hit her stride around the track. So to have her recycled back into the straightaway is no mean feat. And Lunatic Lime clears the initial now. Yeah, Poland's starting to hit their stride a little bit more, you know, starting to get out of the pack more, starting to threaten, you know, Switzerland's multiple scoring passes and force the call off. So great work there by the team in white.
Für das nächste Jam haben wir auf dem Track Scardone als Jammerin für der Schweiz. Und für Polen haben wir gerade Sneaker Freaker. Beide Jammies sind gerade in der Pack und versuchen sich durchzukämpfen. Ein Cut wurde gerufen auf die polnische Jammerin, die gerade in der Penalty Box sitzt. Und Lead Jammer Status wurde von Scardone geholt, das wieder mehr Chancen geben wird, an der Schweiz Punkte zu holen. Wir sehen, dass der Schweiz versucht, eine Offense zu machen, die einfach flutschig klappt. Währenddessen steht gerade die Jammerin für Polen in der Penalty Box und wird gleich auf dem Track wiederkommen. Das heißt, die Defense muss sich wieder bereithalten, da es auch noch keinen Initial Pass für Polen gibt. 4 Punkte mehr für Switzerland, also 8 Punkte gesammelt wurden. Und Initial Pass wurde gerade erfolgreich gemacht von die polnische Jammerin. Das heißt, wir haben 12 Punkte für die Schweiz auf dieser Jam und keine Punkte für Polen.
12 points for Team Switzerland off that jam. Poland held scoreless. I would like to share something about Team Poland, who said that the preparations for the Roller Derby World Cup over the last year really turned their lives upside down. Like, 'cause they really started to revolve their lives so much more about roller derby, training hard as a team, but also as individuals. And they really want to be remembered for their resilience and for the smiles on their faces, regardless of the score. And there's a lovely shot there of Hellstork with a big grin on her face. So really living up to that kind of ideal and that mantra. And that is what, of course, the Roller Derby World Cup is all about. Not just representing, you know, your country, your nation, or, you know, diaspora, or any other kind of identity that ties people together as a team. But that the pinnacle of having worked and having challenged yourself, whatever that challenge looks like for you, and then leaving it all on the track is a really, really wonderful feeling. And every single team today has come off track with big grins on their faces, regardless of the score, which is marvelous.
We have currently an official timeout. Maybe it's the time where we can also tell the names of our official crew.
Who are also marvelous. Do you want to talk us through them?
So we have as crew head NSO Wolverine. I will say first the NSO, and by the next time we will say the referees. So right. NSO Bambin, Felsbeth, Honk Mother, Indian Pale AI, Madacry, Montana Molar, Rock'n'Rolls, Carbon Pie, Spicy Boy, Transoraptors, and Wildside.
Oh, lovely little juke to the inside line there by Missy Lestrange, who picks that lead for Team Switzerland. Jollyberry, sorry, still stuck behind a red tripod in turn 1, forced to reset. And a nice little drawback there from Team Poland on Missy Lestrange, who shakes it off, completes the pass for 4. A nice shutdown on the outside line there by Team Poland. Missy Lestrange forced to reset in the straightaway. But she's got really great, and it sounds really weird, really great bodily control. Like she's kind of absorbing these hits, but managing to stay in bounds.
A star pass has occurred.
Love a star pass, and that star pass has gone to Hellstork, the captain for Poland, but no time to capitalise on it. 12 points go up for Team Switzerland. We have 6 and a bit minutes left in this first half.
Pour le jam prochain, nous avons sur le track comme jammeuse pour l'équipe de Pologne Lunatic Lime, Et pour l'équipe de Suisse, Indetermination. Les deux équipes sont bien prêtes au départ du jam et la Suisse passe par l'intérieur du track. On a vu depuis le début beaucoup de passages au moment du coup de sifflet, des passages assez rapides au début du jam sur l'intérieur du track. Ça a l'air de bien fonctionner comme démarrage pour la Suisse qui essaie de passer à nouveau sur l'intérieur du track dans la courbe qui pour l'instant est encore retenue par l'équipe de Pologne. Pendant ce temps, passage initial complété par le Natty Climb qui ne pourra malheureusement pas marquer de points sur ce jam car celui-ci a été collé avant qu'elle puisse revenir dans le pack. Et nous avons donc sur ce jam 3 points pour l'équipe de Suisse, 0 points pour l'équipe de Pologne.
As our athletes line up on the WFTDA jam line, I'd like to give a shout out to another one of our amazing sponsors, Double Threat Skates. Established in 2013, we are one of Europe's most trusted roller derby shops, owned by Kitty from London Roller Derby. Every single one of us working in the shop plays roller derby. We are cool. Can confirm, as someone who knows everyone who works in the shop, that they are very cool. You can check them out on their website, Double Threat Skates, if you give it a search in your internet engine of choice. What's happening in this jam?
We have already really nice bridging, but the Swiss jammer already got the lead jammer status and 4 points through an apex jump. In the meantime, just right now we had a star pass and it worked. The Polish jammer is currently Stork.
I've been really impressed by Poland starting to adapt and get the star off more quickly in this kind of second quarter of the game. And that's another thing I love about the Roller Derby World Cup is that teams start to make these adaptations and start to sharpen their gameplay a little bit the more they settle on track, which is really great testament to their athletic abilities. Now this is... I think there was a little bit of confusion there because I think a few of the players thought the jam had been called, but it is still very much on.
And it seemed it was the track beside us that had called that.
I mean, listen, the venue here is unbelievable. It is, first of all, huge. We've got 5 tracks across essentially 3 different venues. But, you know, we can only mitigate, you know, mixed whistles so much. And now whistles are going all over the shop as we lose a blocker apiece to the Sisu Guards penalty box. Two blockers apiece.
Team.
We're going to have a micro pack.
Next Jam ist going to be interesting. Also, wir haben für das nächste Jam, wie gesagt, 2 BlockerInnen von beide Teams in der Penalty Box. Das heißt, wir haben nur 6 SpielerInnen auf dem Track. 2 BlockerInnen pro Team. Gerade auf dem Track Jolly Berry jammt für Polen und Missy Lestrand für der Schweiz. Missy Lestrand hat sofort den Jammer-Status abgeholt. Und die nochmal ein kleiner Apex-Jump on the inside. Und gerade ist noch die polnische Jammerin gegen den Pack und hat gerade einen Agile Pass gemacht und wird versuchen, wieder in den Track zu kommen. Es kann gut sein, dass das Jump ein bisschen länger dauern wird, weil so viele BlockerInnen in der Penalty-Box sind. Aber jetzt sind die alle raus und wir haben doch einige Punkte, die für Polen gesammelt wurden. Inzwischen ist Missy Lestrand wieder reingekommen, hat sich wieder 4 Punkte geholt und wir haben für dieses Jam 4 Punkte für Polen, 4 Punkte mehr. Wir sind jetzt bei 21 Punkte für Polen und 12 Punkte in dieser Jam für Team Switzerland. Wir haben 192 Punkte. Beim nächsten Jam werden wir bestimmt die 200 Punkte holen, wenn der Schweiz weiter spielt wie gerade eben.
What was really interesting about that jam is that both packs really sped up in the last kind of 30 seconds, and that actually didn't really play massively well in Team Switzerland's favour. I mean, they still won the jam, but I think Poland actually managed to keep the pace up really well. Nice little catch there by 4-4 on Team Poland, smashing shimmy. and that locks Indetermination back down into a defensive structure where previously she thought she had light at the end of the tunnel. There's that light at the end of the tunnel now as she is called lead for Switzerland. Lunatic Lime almost clearing the pack but forced to reset in between turns 1 and 2. And now clears the initial for Team Poland. This probably will be the last jam as the period clock is at 28 seconds. So, no, we're going to have another jam. I'm getting confused. It's been a very long day. I've been here for about 15 hours. That's certainly what it feels like. And I've forgotten what the roller derby rules are.
So only 4 points for Team Switzerland's jam. So the 200 points are not yet done. Maybe by the next jam.
What
Who knows?
What
Who
slackers?
knows?
How could they not have 200 points in 30 minutes? They really should try
It's
harder.
probably going to happen in a few times. But it's
Oh,
the
no, it's not. It's not. You jinxed it. See, I was correct. I did know the rules. So we are in intermission for the next 15 minutes or so. Please do go refresh your beverages. Please give the teams your shout outs and your support on social media. Lots of them still have active fundraising pages because it is an expensive business getting your team to the World Cup. Refresh your beverages. Give some support to these amazing teams and we will see you back here in just under 15 minutes.
Hey, I'm Lauren Much, and I wear the S1 Lifer helmet with medium rad liners. I've always felt supported by S1. I always appreciate how they've adapted along as the sport has evolved. I trust the gear, and I love wearing S1 gear.
First rule of Sisu is, wearing a mouth guard is cool. Say the word. Sisu! Second rule of Sisu is, use a thin mouth guard, not a big old gummy one. Say the word. Sisu! Third rule, pick your Sisu style. Fourth rule, talk, breathe, drink, easily. Sisu, Sisu, Sisu! The final rule of Sisu is, unlike others, you've got up to 20 times to remold it. Who's got Sisu? Sisu!
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, everybody. We've got you covered.
When it comes to roller derby gear that is trusted worldwide, Spank Alley has been in the game since day one, and we're still leading the pack. Our armbands are the strongest, most trusted on the market, with 3 styles that stay put through every jam, hit and hustle. And guess what? Spank Alley jerseys are here. Ref, Pride and Team styles. Velcro friendly, high quality and custom made for every body type. Ready to level up? Hit us up on socials or head to spankalley.com to place your order. Because in roller derby, if you want to be the best, you better wear the best.
The S1 Lifer helmet is one size fits all for head sizes 20.5 to 23.5 inches. With our color-coded sizing liner system, you can be confident that you'll be able to create a perfect fit with the S1 Lifer helmet. Not all head sizes are the same, so size flexibility is crucial when you're looking to buy a helmet. Standard sizing liners do not affect how the helmet disperses impact energy. So no matter what size you are, whether you're an extra small or a 3XL, you can be confident that the S1 Lifer helmet will meet and or exceed current helmet safety standards. If you have a small head or you have a really big head, don't worry, we have a helmet that will fit you too. Check out our Mini Lifer or our Mega Lifer helmet, which are our smaller and bigger helmet shell options. Remember, a great fit is crucial for safety. The S1 Lifer helmet, a better fitting, safer helmet.
Are we back live? I think we are. Oh, it's delightful. You can't see our faces. Excellent work. So I was surprised by that first half because I was looking at the previous rankings of these teams in the last World Cup, albeit that is a very long time ago, and they were so closely ranked together, 28 and 29, that I was expecting a bit of a tighter game. However, what I will say about Team Poland is that particularly in that last 10 minutes, they just started to get a little bit more confident with their gameplay for me. They started to put in their offense a bit earlier and a bit more effectively, particularly on the inside line of the apex. A couple of times that worked really well. They were starting to use star passes really effectively.
Yeah, they work really well.
Yeah, it was lovely. I don't know if we've got any stats on how many star passes we have, but that's because I'm stats obsessed. So
On the star pass, we don't have them.
that's fine.
But maybe
there was some. They happened.
And they were beautiful.
They were very well done. So the score stands 196 to Switzerland, 21 to Poland. I will be really interested to see if Team Switzerland try anything different this second half, because this is when you have a significant lead, it is sometimes a really good place to try new things. That said, the teams today all want to meet a certain ratio of points, so they might want to say we need to score 6 points for every 3 points the other team scores. I'm not privy to all the ratios that the teams have, but that will impact some of the kind of future matchups in the tournament. It's for the teams today, if you win today, you get a point and you get to play, you get to play another winner?
You get to play another winner.
You get to play another winner, and then the if you lost today, you get to play another loser, which sounds so much harsher than it actually is. But the idea is that we then start to match the teams against some more comparative abilities and scoring. I'm loving watching this, though. I'm having a great time.
So today there are some games with a very big difference of points, but tomorrow it should be closer because people are going to play teams who also won or also lost the games.
I mean, as we know, though, anything can happen in roller derby. And right now what's happening is that Missy Lestrange is lead for Team Switzerland out in Jam 1 of this second half. Joliberry is out for Poland, though. So again, like what we're seeing is Poland escaping the pack more, which is fantastic for them.
And Jam has been called, so there will be 4 points for Team Switzerland, who is, this time, over the 200 points.
Hey, slap that double century. Just very quickly, as the players head to the WFTDI Jam line, I'd like to give a shout out to Sucker Punch Skate Shop, the biggest roller derby shop in Europe. They have fast shipping, they have large stock, and they have expert advice at the best price. You can check them out at suckerpunchskateshop.com. We are so grateful to our sponsors. This is the biggest roller derby event ever in the world. How cool is that? And we would not be able to do it.
80 games on 4 days.
And also 3 more officials crews than we had at the last World Cup. 14 more teams. And
5 tracks.
Yeah, more players, more people needs more money. So we're so grateful to all our sponsors for helping us put this on.
Sur le jam actuel, nous avons Indetermination qui a déjà pris le lead, qui est dans son premier passage initial, qui essaye de marquer des points, mais le jam a été collé. Donc 4 points marqués pour la team Switzerland, aucun point pour l'équipe de Pologne. Et nous avons actuellement la pivot numéro 10 de l'équipe de Pologne qui est en penalty box avec 1 minute de pénalité et 2 personnes pour l'équipe de Suisse dans la penalty box. Donc nous avons actuellement 3 bloqueuses côté polonais et 2 bloqueuses côté suisse.
Do you know what's deeply embarrassing? Is that we've been announcing this game for just over 30 minutes and I only just understood Indetermination. I'm going to go yeet myself into the lake, which is conveniently located quite close to the venue. We have a new jammer for Team Switzerland. Purple Pain wearing the jammer cover for the first time. I'm not saying star because I think what Team Switzerland...
It's an Edelweiss.
I was going to say, but the thing is, the reason I wasn't going to say it's an Edelweiss is because I knew I would then start to sing. And it's much better for the paying audience that does not happen. Edelweiss.
And lead status jammer calls the jam. So 4 points again for Team Switzerland and no point for Poland. And we have.
Do you think Julie Andrews would be a jammer?
Yeah,
I'm now in that mode of mind where I'm thinking about Edelweiss, I'm thinking about Sound of Music, and I'm thinking, would Julie Andrews be a jammer or a blocker? So that's where my mind has gone after 12 hours in this building. 12, give or take.
I think it's really interesting what's happened on this first half because we have 2 jams who have already occurred and only 4 points and 4 points. Well, 3 jams, 4 points. So it really means that Team Poland is adapting very quickly to this game, and Team Switzerland has a harder time to score points.
I enjoyed that jam start from Team Switzerland. They've had kind of 2 blockers either side, and just kind of split the Team Poland wall apart beautifully for Missy Lestrange, who is on a second scoring pass after having done what is probably her 19th apex jump of the game.
Mm-hmm.
She's so cool. We have a star in hand for Joliberry, and it is now being passed off. Great use of that star pass. Once again, going to Harsh Mello, who's been putting a proper shift in as pivot for Team Poland this evening.
And the jam has been called. So 12 points for Switzerland and 0 points for Team Poland. Beim nächsten Jab haben wir jetzt eine neue Strategie. Also jetzt alle BlockerInnen auf dem Pivot-Line. Das hatten wir in diesem Spiel noch nicht. Und auf der WFTDI Jammer-Line sind alle weiße Blockerinnen. Gerade haben wir ein official review who has been called by Team Switzerland. So I don't know if someone is going to.
We'll
check.
find out what that's about in a second. But just while we're in this kind of timeout for the official review, I'd like to tell you about another one of our sponsors, Crash Course. Crash Course, and that's Crash Course with a K. Crash Course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, endurance, and agility, conquer self-doubt, and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. If you want to make 2-minute jams feel easy, visit Chrissy Crash, both with K, Chrissy with a K, Crash with a K.com to download the free off-skates roller derby training series. Life is a contact sport. Win. And I have to say, like on a personal note, I have got a couple of Chrissy Crash's resources, and they are fantastic. She really knows what she's talking about, and she's very generously sponsored this event and also gives away a lot of her wisdom for free.
So what's happening right now is that the Team Switzerland is trying to get a late hit called on the Polish jammer on the last jam.
Controversial.
So it's going to be interesting what happens next.
I mean, this is where I'm infinitely glad to not be an official our officials are heroes this weekend. And
We
I
have
keep saying
9 crews.
weekend, it's Thursday.
About that, we haven't named the ref crew yet.
Please, we
so
must.
For the crew, head crew, we have Dr. Justice.
What a great name for a crew head. I shall mete out justice as I see fit.
We have as referee also Ars Saul, Illinois, Katze Suse, Lil Monster, Not Safe for Work, Platinate, or Gemma, Roger, and Wake Job.
And
So-
we love our officials. I mentioned earlier that we have, I think, 3 more officials crews than we had at the last World Cup, which is about another like 20x, like about another 60 or 70 people that have given their time and expertise to us. What happened in that official review then?
What happened is that there is no call stand because there was no impact.
Ah.
So, not impact in the game. We have a lead for Team Poland.
I love that Sneaker Freaka has just got like the first lead for Team Poland in a good while, and she is absolutely ice cold, po-faced, not changing her expression one bit. I love that. She's like, of course we've got lead. Why would I not? Incredible work there from Team Poland. No points though in that jam. Sad times.
Also für das nächste Jam wird Purple Pain wieder als Jammy reinkommen. Also zweite Jam für Purple Pain als Jammy-Person. Und wir haben alle Blocky-Personen auf dem Jammerline für Schweiz. Die haben sich gerade rausgeholt. Und wieder on the inside. Inside Pass für Purple Pain, die gerade den Lead Jammer Set geholt hat. Das war ein sehr, sehr, sehr schneller Initial Pass und Lead. Inzwischen ist Lynette Klein immer noch in der Initial Pass und versucht sich durch den Pack zu kämpfen. Hat das gerade gemacht und ist jetzt raus. Wird jetzt versuchen, neue Punkte zu holen. Aber es wurde gerade gecallt und es werden leider keine Punkte für Team Polen gesammelt und in dieser Jam 4 Punkte für Team Switzerland.
And as that jam comes to a close, I'd like to, I know I'm doing a lot of these, but we've got so many sponsors and I really want to shout out as many of them as possible. I'd like to give a shout out to TSG. Whether you're jamming, blocking, or just rolling for fun, TSG Gear has you covered. You can explore helmets and pads designed by riders for riders at their international website, which is, I'm going to spell it, RideTSG, so RIDETSG.com. TSG, trusted brand in action sports protection.
And with this protection, you can also do what the players do. And as Missile Strength, for example, just tag the lead status jammer in a few seconds on the inside line. As we saw it earlier, this inside line is a very, very strong thing for the Swiss team because they're almost always getting the leads on the inside line. Well, when it's directly on the start.
And Miss Lestrange
really
loves that
working.
apex jump over turn 1 or 2, doesn't she? Mm-hmm. Yoli Berry stuck in the pack still for Team Poland, and unfortunately her pivot
And
is...
a new apex jump once more.
Yeah. Unfortunately, her pivot is in the Sisu Guard's penalty box, so no opportunity to pass the star there for Yoli Berry. Some great work in the pack there by Ciocek, but does get a penalty for her troubles.
And the inside is really the Schokoladenseite, how you would say chocolate side for Switzerland. It's really the place where a lot happens for them.
Star pass has now been completed to Hellstalk on Team Poland. And Miss Lestrange does call the jam before Hellstalk hits the pack. So no points for Team Poland, 20 for Switzerland. A monster jam there for the team in red.
Pour le jam suivant, Indetermination.
Thank you so much. I'm a bit slow.
And Sneaker Freaker qui vont s'affronter sur la ligne de départ, sur la ligne de jam. On a encore une personne en penalty box pour l'équipe de Pologne et les deux jammeuses s'affrontent en essayant de passer sur la ligne extérieure, mais la ligne intérieure est visiblement libre et c'est la raison pour laquelle la jammeuse suisse prend cette intérieure pour marquer son passage initial et pour le valider. L'équipe de Suisse est toujours en train d'essayer de passer son passage initial. Une bloqueuse vient pour aider, pour essayer de faire passer, et des assists pour faire passer la jammeuse polonaise, mais la jammeuse suisse est de nouveau de retour dans le pack. Nous avons un cut qui a été annoncé pour la jammeuse polonaise, ce qui va permettre à la jammeuse suisse d'essayer de marquer encore plus de points sur ce passage. L'équipe de Suisse qui essaie de prendre une chèvre, qui chèvre la pivot polonaise à l'arrière, tandis que la jammeuse, suisse continue de pousser. Nous avons un trop joli pont et le passage fonctionne. Ce sont 4 points supplémentaires pour la Suisse. Donc Indetermination qui vient de marquer 12 points au cours de ce jam, sachant que la jammeuse polonaise vient de sortir de la penalty box et n'a pas encore fait... si, elle a fait son passage initial, mais a été envoyée dans la box, donc doit repasser tout le monde avant de pouvoir commencer à marquer des points. Donc on est dans une sorte de second passage initial pour la jammeuse polonaise. Il y a encore une personne assise dans la box pour la Pologne, tandis que l'équipe de Suisse continue d'avancer et d'essayer de marquer des points. Et 4 points supplémentaires, le jam est collé. Nous avons 0 points marqués pour l'équipe de Pologne. Et 20 points à nouveau pour l'équipe de Suisse. 20 points de jam d'affilée, c'est chapeau.
Wow, I feel like a lot happened during that jam, and I was so entranced by your beautiful speaking, of which I understood not a thing, that I've no idea what to say. So let's just all move on, shall we? We have 1 in the box for Team Poland. We have Purple Pain out once again, so it looks like Switzerland are rotating Purple Pain in this half. Maybe a jammer that you wouldn't normally rotate in as highly, but because of the score differential, they are able to give her a lot more track time, which is lovely. Lunatic Lime. Some nice alliterative jammer names out there for you. And Purple Pain is lead for Switzerland. Lunatic Lime drawn back by 1-1-2. That's Dr. Jekyll. Nice little backward slide there from Purple Pain. Oh, big hit there by Fracassi on Lunatic Lime to force the recycle. I think one thing I would like to see Poland do a little bit more, and I'm not a coach, I'm not their coach even, and obviously they can't hear me right now, but one thing I hope that they do going into tomorrow is, if they are at a point where they're bleeding points, trying to utilize that jammer in a defensive structure, going into 5D, because 5 bodies is significantly better than 4, and sometimes if you are not if you're not having success as a jammer, sometimes you've got to prioritize the defense. Poland doing some lovely reforming there around Purple Pain. Some really nice kind of tight, scrunchy wall formation there to slow her roll in the apex. Tight, scrunchy walls. I think that's a phrase I'm going to put in the bin.
Oh, Missy Lestrange wieder auf dem Pack. Wir haben wieder Team Timeout for Team Poland.
In the team timeout, I'd like to keep shouting out our sponsors. I've never had so many sponsors to read in my life. This is amazing. I'd like to shout out Roller Derby House, who are a proud sponsor of this year's Roller Derby World Cup. You can visit them at rollerderbyhouse.com and skate like the champions you are. I'd also like to give a shout out to Hypno Skates. If you're looking for top quality quad skates that deliver on comfort and performance, you can visit Hypno Skates. If you're in the venue, although that'd be a bit weird because you're listening to this, then they're in our vendor village. But if you search Hypno Skates in your internet search engine of choice, I'm sure you'll find their website. Skaters rave about Hypno Skates, high-end models and fantastic full packages for kind of newer and intermediate skaters. And you can find your next pair at hypno.it because they're an Italian brand. And I'm not done yet. I've got more. There's more people who've given us money and resources that I need to say thank you to. Rydell Skates, who we're also proud to be part of the 2025 Roller Derby World Cup. You can, if you're in the venue, not why would you be, they're in our vendor village. You can see why skaters worldwide roll with Rydell. And if you look at Rydell's website, you will find lots of reasons why they are truly stunning Roller Skating Boots.
Wir haben gerade Jam 10 für diese zweite Halbzeit der Spiel von Switzerland gegen Polen. Und Lead wurde gerade von Switzerland mit Missile Strange geholt. Inzwischen ist Jollyberry als Jammy-Person für Polen in dem Pack und versucht sich durchzukämpfen. Eine kleine Abflugsstep an die Inside. Und jetzt haben wir auch den Initial für Polen. Mal schauen, ob das Jam geholt wurde, bevor Polen Punkte sammeln kann. Oder ob die weiter spielen. Die scheinen irgendwie weiter zu spielen, weil jemand sitzt gerade in der Penalty-Box. Und das ist jetzt die Möglichkeit für Polen, einige Punkte zu sammeln. Mal schauen, ob das geklappt hat. Oder, ja, genau, 2 Punkte mehr für Team Polen. Super. Jetzt sind 23 Punkte für Team Polen. Und es wurden 4 Punkte, 3 auch wieder. Also 7 Punkte für Switzerland in dieser Jam geholt.
So 2 fought points there for Team Poland in that last jam. You heard a delighted roar go up from our in-house audience. 7 points on the jam for Team Switzerland, 5 on 5 on track as we go into jam 11 of this second half. We have Sneaker Freaka and Skardene, quite a familiar matchup by now. Lovely little shot there on your screens. Nice tight close-up of the pack. Sneaker Freaka almost at the front.
Wow.
Oh, who's got that? Oh, lead jam called simultaneously. Oh, no. Oh, how are they going to deal with this? The jam refs look mostly discombobulated.
Poland has lead.
Yeah, Poland is lead, but Poland is at the back of the pack. So Skardene with 4 on the pass. Sneaker now has 1, maybe 2. Doesn't have the full 4 yet. That was one of those kind of roller derby officiating nightmares that I would never be able to cope with. Now the full 4 for Sneaker Freaka, but another 4 for Skardene. 8-4 on the jam. It was the look that the jam refs gave each other. They were almost like, you want to rock, paper, scissors for it? Like, what do we do? I mean, I guess we'll do. I mean, I'm sure they had
it happens sometimes. As both jam are really, really almost at the same time get out of the pack, and as jam ref, it's really hard to know, obviously. But
this is why it's probably best for the whole roller derby world that I'm not an official, because I would have 100% been like, I'll flip you for it. Mm-hmm. Like, I will play fast and loose with the rules for my own personal amusement, which is why I'm an announcer, because they can't stop me. And speaking of not being able to be stopped, Purple Pain on that outside line. How about that?
Donc un lead à nouveau pour Purple Pain pour la Suisse, mais la Pologne ne se laisse pas faire. La jammeuse polonaise est déjà sortie du pack. Lunatic Climb est en train d'essayer de revenir dans le pack, mais malheureusement ne pourra pas marquer le point car le jam a été collé. Nous avons la penalty box qui est actuellement vide et nous allons partir sur un nouveau jam. Nous avons encore eu 4 points pour la Suisse contre 0 points pour la Pologne. Et we are only missing 1 little point for Switzerland to reach the 300 points. And
what slackers!
I think that might happen very quickly.
I would really love it now if we played the rest of this game and then there were just a 299.
That would be very funny.
It would, again, purely for my own amusement. That's why I'm here. Nice hit out there on Yoli Berry, and Missy Lestrange flying out in front for lead. Beautiful one-on-one blocking there from Fracassi, the captain for Team Switzerland. Yeah, really nice work keeping Yoli Berry right where she wants her. And we see a nice shot there. Missy Lestrange coming into the Poland wall.
When I was bridging.
Missy Lestrange is really good at looking at the potential gaps. You know, Poland were kind of hanging on to each other there. And so she sees the arms and goes for there and therefore creates the hole, which is really, really smart jamming. And she's looking at her bench, just shaving seconds off that game clock before calling it. And look, they have broken the triple century. That's me slapping the century 3 times.
Next jam, Indetermination für
Every time you do that now, you kind of give me this little side eye. It's like, do you know how to know? Do you get it?
I
Do you get it now, you dumb woman? Do you understand the pun?
I think I have a different pronunciation when I say that in French and when I say that in German.
Well, in English, it's beautifully, very slightly sarcastic, and it's absolutely what I deserve for being so incredibly dim.
But Lunatic also ist auch als Jammerin da und versucht jetzt durch. Aber es wird ein Cut gerufen.
Ein Cut, is that German for a cut? Ein Cut, I love
all
that.
the penalties is also in English.
Shh, I want to pretend I can speak German.
Ein Cut.
Look at my German. It's getting so good, uncut.
We couldn't say it. German word would be schneiden.
I like that. Let's do that instead. Einschneiden. I love that.
Also jetzt haben wir wieder Indetermination. Die Impact vorne ist, sammelt 4 Punkte. Die Lunatic Lime, die Jammerin für Polen, ist gerade wieder auf dem Penalty-Box raus und wird versuchen, den Initial Pass zu machen. Es spielt sehr, sehr stark in beide Teams auf jeden Fall. Wieder 4 Punkte für Indetermination.
Some lovely work there by Pinkie Pie. Sorry, I know we're in a German jam, but she was like just really nice tenacity in the defensive role there. Oh,
wow, that are great hits.
Big offense there from Série Bleu. Nina going to the box for her trouble, but that's a worth it penalty. That's a worth it penalty. That's one where you look at your bench coach and you go, but it was right.
Yeah.
You know, it was correct.
While blockers getting cuts and jammers getting multiplayer is really what I find funny.
It's so great to be versatile.
Of course.
I love it when a jammer gets a multiplayer. I'm just like, see how it feels.
It can happen.
It can happen to you too. Purple Pain. And
we had a star pass on the jammer line
to
directly for Poland.
So it had Hellstorp as the jammer on the board, and the pass went off to Sneaker Freaka so fast. That's a great tactic by Poland. I mean, yeah, you can't use it every time because people will become wise to it. But
and 4 points. It worked, apparently.
We do have a player from the Swiss team going back to the box, as in their bench. I think we're just going to check that they are okay. I've got a fly flying around my head. And do you have any idea how hard it is to commentate on decent roller derby when you've got this buzzing little insect literally on your nose? Who else can I tell you about, sponsors-wise? So many amazing people. I just want to... I want to shout out 888, who are constantly elevating derby safety standards with cutting-edge technology. The deep cover helmet for 888 provides unmatched technology and fit options. And they have more derby-specific gear than any other brand. They are in our vendor village here, but of course you can check them out by searching 888, the digit 8. Not 3 8s in a row. Although come to think of it, that would make sense too. We've got a bit of a still life on the WFTDI jam line here. A bit of a Renaissance painting.
We're on the last.
Oh, and you've got our faces.
Hi,
That's
we
not
have
what you paid for. I do apologise, most sincerely.
We are currently on the last game of the day.
I thought we were about to say the last jam, and I was like, what?
No,
I
last
misread
time.
the
We have
time.
10 minutes here, so I hope we're going to have, we know we are going to have a lot of great derby on the next 10 minutes.
Can't believe it's the last game of the day.
It was a great day.
And tomorrow, like we said earlier, the teams who won today will get an opportunity to play another winner, and the teams who lost will get the opportunity to play another loser. And then shenanigans will start to happen. And do not ask me to explain what the shenanigans are. If you want to know more about the tournament structure, you can look at the Roller Derby World Cup website, because Lord knows they know more than I do. I do know, however, that by day 4, which is the Sunday, we will be down to 8 games rather than 24.
On the track 1 and 2, there will be only one track built, and everybody will be able to sit in the venue and watch the half finale.
As the young people would say, it's going to be off the chain. It's going to be lit.
Inside again.
What a run!
That's really the one thing that I think Team Switzerland is really doing great on this game. Always the inside on the start.
Oh, come on!
It's like we've seen this jam a lot of times already. Once inside, then apex jump, and then what's going to follow.
Yeah, really.
And once again, on the outside this time, it's
when I say this, I really need you to understand that I'm not being horrible. I'm almost bored watching it, because it's executed so well that it looks effortless, and it's not boring to watch. You know what I mean?
It's really interesting.
She's so consistent, and it doesn't look like she's not even. I don't think she's even sweated.
Jump?
Oh, come on!
Yeah, we know that.
Come on.
Sometimes we see them before they happen.
Far be it from us to encourage any kind of beverage consumption game whilst watching the roller derby. But if it's your thing and you do want everyone for an apex jump, you are not going to be having much memory left.
We have a new jammer for Team Poland, because there have been star pass. Yatka is currently jamming for Switzerland, and we have, I think it's 24 points. That's the biggest
jam of the game so far. And
I really like to see a new jammer. It's really interesting to see how they do, how they work. Oh, we have 4 more points. And it's called 28 points for Switzerland on this game. That's great. That's amazing.
I don't think I've ever scored 28 points collectively in my life. I mean, I'm not a jammer, but I have jammed occasionally. And if I think back of all the times I've jammed over the years, I do not think it adds up to 28 points. Yeah, so I now feel massively inadequate and inspired. Both a sickening concoction.
That's the same jammer who already has 24 points earlier in the game.
Do you know what that's called? Being an overachiever. And she absolutely deserves it. Oh, come on! Oh, what a run from Lunatic Lime! I just saw that open up and I was like, go on, go for it. Beautiful courage there from Lunatic Lime, who is lead for Team Poland.
Allez, oui, c'est super. On a encore des points qui vont être marqués par la Pologne. 4 points marqués par la Pologne. Nous avons l'équipe de Suisse qui vient de faire son passage initial. La question maintenant est de savoir est-ce que le jam sera collé. Et oui, le jam est collé de manière à ce que nous ayons un jam avec 0 points pour l'équipe de Suisse et 4 points pour l'équipe de Pologne, ce qui nous amène à 351 points pour l'équipe de Suisse contre 35 points pour l'équipe de Pologne. Et il nous reste 7 minutes dans ce match qui est très intense. Et plus on avance et plus ça devient intense. It's amazing. I have a great time.
Yeah, it's that was wicked. I loved that. And the thing is, when you are, at a 10 to 1 game, ratio wise, when you score a few points, every point must feel like 10 points, so I'm really happy for Team Poland when they managed to get themselves a lead status or get on the board.
But this time is lead for Switzerland again.
Yeah, Purple Pain once again. Sneaker Freaker with 1 to beat, now 2 at the front. Oh no, I'm lying. The star has been passed to Pinkie Pie. We've not seen them pivot yet. Sneaker Freaker has been doing some really good blocking this game, to be fair, so maybe they can go into offense here for their pivot turn jammer. Yes, lovely inside line clear. Série Bleu is just everywhere for Switzerland. Really understated blocker, but absolutely in the right place at the right time. Here she goes. Lovely bit of offense there for Purple Pain.
We have a lot of really nice footwork drills also on this game. If you look just at the skates of the skaters, it's very, very interesting.
The skate of the skaters.
Of course.
I always like watching the refs' footwork, to be fair. They do stuff on skates that blows my mind. Lovely hold here by Team Poland. Steady Blur coming in once again for that offensive assist. And Poland doing a really good attempt to reform at the front of the pack, but Purple Pain completes that second pass.
Pinkie Pie is currently jamming.
Yeah, no, having
As a
a
blocker,
horrible time, bless her heart. It is never fun as a pivot to take the star when you're against such strong opposition, but she made a really good effort. 12 points on the jam to Team Switzerland. Score currently sits 363 to Team Switzerland. If you're just joining us, they're playing in the red with the white accents, and you can see on their gorgeous uniforms, they've got Edelweiss on the jammer covers, and they've got a mountain graphic on their shirts. And then Team Poland, we've got a nice shot of them there. They also have a kind of a flower graphic on their helmets and their shirts. I don't know if it's Poland's national flower or something, but it's really, really beautiful design. Whew. It's
a great game. It's
this is one of those games where the score is massive, like the differential is massive, but it's still great to watch.
And it was, I have the feeling the whole day was like this. There was some games with a lot of a big difference of points, but it was never a game when we were like, it's not interesting because one team is really getting rolled over by the other. Here, on this day, every team, even if they are losing, are really battling and really doing some really great work.
But you come here to do that, right? You come here to test yourselves against the other best skaters in the world. And so, like, it's losing is relative to what's important to you, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Quick sponsor shout out to My Roller Derby, the roller derby shop specialist in France and Europe. Thank you very much to My Roller Derby. We are on the WFTDI start line. Yoli, Berry, and Miss Lestrange. Can we rename the inside line the Miss Lestrange line? Like,
are we going to have the apex?
Yeah, the Lestrange apex. Yes, that will do. But Yoli Berry really close behind Missy there and forces the call off with only 2 points on the jam for Switzerland. So great work there by Poland, closing that clock down. We have 5 minutes to go in game 24. We're on track for the Roller Derby World Cup, hosted by the fearless Bruisers in beautiful Innsbruck, Austria.
Apropos, werden wir das nächste Jam wieder auf Deutsch announcen. Wir haben gerade ein official timeout. It looks like there is discussion about the points on the last jump. But we don't know anything about that. We are going to see what's happening in the future. We have also our track ninja who are repairing the track. That's very important because without track, no game. Okay, also nächste Jam. Wir haben wieder Indetermination spielen gegen, ich bin gerade verwirrt, gegen Lunatic Climb. Ich bin gespannt, wie das Jam wieder geht. Und Inside Line. Ja, das war einfach, ich glaube, der Schweiz hat eine richtig gute Arbeit auf diese Inside Line. Das funktioniert bei jedes Mal, also richtig gut. Inzwischen ist Team Polen immer in dem Pack. Lunatic Climb kämpft sich durch den Pack, hat noch kein Initial geschafft. 4 Punkte wurden für Team Switzerland gesammelt. Initial wurde gerade eben von Team Polen geschafft. Und wir haben eine sehr schöne Team-Offense von Switzerland. Und das Jump wurde gerade geholt. Keine Punkte für Polen und einige Punkte vielleicht noch dazu für Team Switzerland. Wir sehen, dass die Jammer-Ref spricht gerade. Sorry, I'm just mixing up languages. So, our Jammer referee for Team Switzerland is currently speaking with the outside pack referees to be sure how many points have been scored in the last jam. So it's 2 points more, which means 6 points on this last jam for Switzerland.
Lovely quick line clear off the WFTDI jam start line for Purple Pain. We have Sneaker Freaker pushing out the front of the pack, finding a gap, almost finds it shut down by Dr. Jekyll, now tries it again, clears the initial. Great work there by Sneaker Freaker, who's shown just amazing tenacity all game. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Skate Good Club, roller derby uniforms that work as hard as you do. With 4 different uniform options and 6 different lengths, Skate Good Club guarantees everyone will feel comfortable on the track. If you skate good, you look good. And Helbo Skating, another uniform vendor. They're the European leader for roller derby team uniform jerseys and leggings. They're made in France. Thank you, Helbo Skating and Skate Good Club.
Et puisqu'on parle de la France, autant commenter le prochain jam en français. Nous avons donc un recyclage effectué sur la jammeuse Missile Strange par les joueuses de Pologne. Et mais c'est un lead qui est quand même pris assez rapidement finalement. Pendant ce temps, Jolly Berry essaye de faire son passage initial, mais le triangle suisse est vraiment très solide. Les bloqueuses polonaises essayent de faire une assist pour permettre à la jammeuse polonaise de passer. L'une des bloqueuses a été envoyée en penalty box. 3 contre 4. C'est toujours un peu plus difficile quand on est en sous-nombre dans le bloc. Et un joli star pass de manière très très rapide sur l'intérieur. Mais on voit que le bench de l'équipe de Suisse lui indique à Missile Strange de coller. Donc malheureusement aucun point marqué par Jatka sur ce jam. Et donc 12-0, 387 pour la Suisse et 35 pour la Pologne. The game could be ended at any time now.
No, don't do it. We won't leave this track. What would we do if we just kept playing? They can't physically stop you. They're on. Like, what would happen if they just kept going? Really?
At some point, they will fall asleep probably. Lead jammer status for Team Switzerland.
For
on the outside, that's
that's
rare.
unusual. Look at them. They're mixing it up. They're being versatile. They're trying new things. That's not a read. That's just us saying that they've loved the inside line.
And outside again. Oh, maybe the game is going to change on the last. Very, very nice footwork drills right now.
And Lunatic Lime following close behind in determination. Will Team Switzerland hit the quadruple century in these last 38 seconds? It's possible. They could do it. She's very fast. Nah, she's not going to do it.
And the jam is called.
Oh, well, we're going to have one more jam, I think.
We're going to have one more jam.
One more jam. She's got 6 points. See, if I were the bench coach, I'd be like, we're absolutely running this until we get the 400, and then you can call it, because it's an arbitrary number that I wish to achieve. And it's very nice that at the WFTDI skate jam line we have 5-on-5 in the pack.
Purple Pain gegen Sneaker Freaker. Also ich mache halb auf Deutsch, aber wir machen bestimmt auch auf Englisch.
Oh, and Sneaker Freaker is called for a 4-on penalty. I think that's because she whipped off a player that wasn't her own.
And that's not allowed.
No. Imagine if it was. It'd be like, please.
Ja, klar.
And we have Purple Pain ramping up the audience.
And doing a collective offense.
Yeah, what a lovely thing to have a power jam in your last jam.
Yeah.
Seems almost unfair.
And some more points. That means, only 2 points, and we have the 400s. Let's see if it happens. It happened.
Oh,
nice,
come on, man. Look, she's gone over the quadruple century, and there is your unofficial score. Team Poland with 35 ground out, bloody fingernails points. So well earned. But what a performance from Team Switzerland, who take that game with 402 points. That is pretty major for the Swiss team. And they are delighted, as you can see there on your screens. you know, this is their first game of the World Cup. Like, what a way to start your World Cup campaign. There's the whistle for the final score. So now the teams will go and congratulate each other. They will say hello to their family, their friends, and indeed their fans.
We hope you had a nice time
I
at
had a
home.
lovely time. I had a great time. It was a lovely game.
It was really great.
And what makes me even more excited is that we get to do this all again tomorrow.
Yay.
So we will be starting 9 a.m. tomorrow, which
yeah.
makes me feel faintly sick because I need to go and sleep before that all kicks off. So yeah, we will not have, and we do not have the current schedule, the current matchups for anything tomorrow. That is all going to be dealt with by our incredible tournament team. Keep an eye on the socials for the Roller Derby World Cup. Keep an eye on the website. Everything gets updated pretty damn quickly when it sets up. So if you want to know who to keep an eye out for tomorrow, you want to watch your favorite matchups, your favorite teams, that will all be on social media and the websites as soon as possible. Please remember and be gentle with our incredible crew because every single person here is a volunteer. It's a lot of moving parts. We've had a great time. What a lovely way to end day one of this 2025 World Cup. I've been Loud and Queer.
And I've been Gambit.
And we've been joined on production by, is it Wrecking-Bill? Over that. And we will sign off for the time being, and we hope to see you all on the stream tomorrow.
Bye.
Good night.